Welcome to this year's Christmas program. I'm your host Sana, and I'm very pleased to be with you guys tonight. This year's theme will be a Victorian Christmas. On tonight's show we will be learning about Victorian Christmas meals, Christmas fashion, how to make traditional ornaments, and family traditions that the people in the Victorian ages had. Let's go to Vera and learn how to make a delicious meal.
Hello, and welcome back to another Cooking with Vera. Today, we'll be talking about Victorian Christmas. I will be making for you some delicious ham, mashed potatoes, and mulled wine. First, we're going to start with the mashed potatoes. Now, what I have already done is gotten a pan and cut the potatoes up like so and put them in the pan. Before you mash the potatoes, they have to cook all the way. But you need to put some salt in the water. So I'm taking the salt and taking about a pinch and just putting it in there. Now, leave the potatoes in the pan until the water is boiling all the way. But make sure you keep it at a nice loving boil and not a hard, rough boil. As the water is boiling, I recommend doing something else. Now, what I'm going to be doing is making the ham. I have already cut the ham into these nice slices, and I'm going to put some seasoning on them. In the Victorian time period, they had a lot of proteins. Some of the most popular ones were ham, fowl, goose, beef, or turkey. Some of the most popular sides were oyster soup, turkey soup, mashed potatoes, and gravy. For the seasoning on the ham, I will be using pepper, some freshly ground pepper, and just some normal pepper, some cinnamon to give it some nice spicy taste, and some salt. Now, you take the pepper and just do a dash about the normal, and a little squoo about that, and then take the cinnamon and no, there's no thing, so you gotta be really careful. Just shake it lightly over the ham. And then the salt, just do a few little things. You don't want to do too much salt because ham is already pretty salty by itself and you don't want it to be too spicy. Now, take your freshly washed hands and just rub the seasoning over the ham so it's all spread out evenly. Now, most of the times you would put the ham in the oven, but since this is already cooked, I'm just going to put it in the microwave to warm it up a little bit. I'd say 45 seconds. While your ham is cooking, check on your potatoes. The water is boiling, but it's not too much yet, so I'll just let it be for a little while longer. The ham is almost done. Oh, smells so delicious. Now it's nice and warm, ready to be served. I hear the potatoes boiling. Wow, that is what you call a rolling boil. When they are boiling, you will want to take a wooden spoon and slowly just stir them around. This is a rough boil. You don't want it to be too rough. You don't want to hurt the potatoes. So we're going to turn the heat down a little bit. Bring it down to about medium. Just keep stirring them. The potatoes will take about 20 minutes to cook. When you think the potatoes might be done, just take a fork and just poke them. And if they're not soft, then they're not done, so keep them in there for a little while longer. It has been almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to check the potatoes. Oh! They're soft, but I think they should be cooked a little while longer. Let's do about 3 more minutes.
Few moments later.
And just like that, the potatoes are done. They are nice and soft and stay on the fork. Now, what you are going to do is drain all the water out of the potato pan. Now, take your potatoes and just put them back in the pan. This is a little bit. And now for the mashing. First thing you're going to do is take the mashed potato masher that looks like this and just mash them a little bit, just so then you kind of break them up. And then, so they get creamy, like how you want them, you're just going to take some whipping cream, and just put a little splash in there, and take some butter and put it in there too, but not too much. Now, just mash them and swirl them around so it all comes together. Also, don't forget to put in some pepper and some salt. And just mix it all together. Once they are all mashed and nicely together like this, just go ahead and put them in a bowl so they're ready to serve. Look at these beautiful mashed potatoes. Now we are going to make the mulled wine. So how you do it is you pour some apple cider, and this is the Courtiers Pepin Heights 100% fresh pressed apple cider, flash pasteurized. I just poured in about 4 cups of this into the pan, and then I put 2 cinnamon sticks, about a few dashes of anise seed, and some ground cloves. Now, as this is going to cook, you're going to bring it to a boil and stir it around. You are also supposed to put red wine in there, but I'm not going to do that because it's better without it. Once this gets up to a boil, you're just going to stir it a little bit and then bring it down to a simmer. And put the top on it and leave it like that for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of simmering, just pour it into a bowl with a strainer to get off all of the spices. Uh-oh, I spilled. And just get them all out. Yay! Now, since our plate is done, I have my lovely brother Henry here to try it out. Here you go, Henry. It's Henry approved. You know it's good when Henry likes it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Vera. Tune in next time. Merry Chrysler. Bye!
Wow, thanks Vera. That sure did look delicious. Now let's go to Julia and learn about some fashion trends in the Victorian era.
Welcome back to Clothing with Julia. This week's episode, Victorian Christmas. In the Victorian era, the clothing was very specific for women, but very laid back for men. The clothing of that day for women was very form-fitting, because the designers were men. They wore corsets underneath their dresses. Very nice, very cute, very snazzy. And they wore crinoline under their skirts. Not so cute, not so snazzy, but it's worth it. Men in this era would mainly wear vests and top hats.
Okay, thanks Julia, that was really something. Let's go to Alyssa and Salaha for a DIY.
Hey guys!
It's Alyssa here.
It's Saliha. Today we're going to show you some DIYs.
Today we are going to be making the Victorian Christmas ice skate. It's a very traditional decoration in the Victorian Christmas homes. The first thing we're going to do is place these pine trees into the boot as so.
Should get all those in there. Alright, perfect. So the second thing is we're gonna add these little bells onto the laces. There you have it. Okay, so we have this gold thread string thing. Just gonna tie it around to make it. There we go. Look at that. And then we also have some more red festive colors. We'll just, I just want to have it daily from the trees. Maybe I can ornament.
Ta-da!
Your own ice skate.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are making a wreath out of paper. So what you're gonna have to do is rip every single sheet out of a book, preferably an old crusty looking one. So when you grab your sheet of paper, you simply just roll the very corner and then you make it a cone shape. You grab your tape and you tape it. So you have a beautiful cone shape. What you're gonna do is you're gonna glue it straight to the wreath, just like so. And you're gonna smush it all together to make a beautiful wreath.
After you have completed the centerpiece, you will glue on the final piece. Stick it right in the center. And voila, there you go. There you have it. 2 perfect Christmas DIYs for your house.
Thanks so much, Salah and Alyssa, for those amazing DIYs. Before we end tonight's program, I want to show you all at home some Victorian era traditions. Thanks for watching our Victorian Christmas program, and have a happy holidays!
If you want a double whammy 2-in-1 and want to get a nice facial while you're doing these mashed potatoes, just put your face over the steam. Mmm, feels great. Out of 10 stars, what do you give my lovely Christmas meal?
$6.4.
Yay!
Sexist! Color black. Racist!
I'm gonna add this very festive gold ribbon.
Yes.
Not the ugly pink.
What is that? What is that?
It's not Valentine's Day, I'm sorry.
Son of
Can
a-
you get
You have. It's just a little flatter, but no. No, that was so good.
No bloopers of me are going in that video.